It's session beer day, and what goes great with session beer, let's have some pretzels. So we're making pretzels today. In this bowl I have the yeast and water mixture ready to go, and I've got my ingredients that are going into it right here, starting with flour, a little brown sugar, salt, a little bit of oil, and molasses. Not a lot of flour in this, but it's got a lot of sugar, so this stuff's going to like puff up really big. It's got a lot to feed the yeast with. These are going to be soft pretzels when they're done. Ooh, look at that, that stuff's thick. Wow. Here we go. Yummy molasses. Okay, let's start mixing it in. You want to get it to where it all starts to come together. And then you're going to turn it out on the surface and knead it. This one's not going to, this is going to be a lot quicker than a lot of the other yeast breads that you could do. Just because it's nice and small, just something simple, and it doesn't require a lot of time to rise. So the benefit of all that extra sugar in there is that it really, really helps to feed the yeast and get it moving really fast. Okay. Throw it down. We got all that on there. Come over here. So we have it, a little extra flour just in case. And we're going to start working this. The main thing we're concerned with on this, we're just going to get it nice and smooth. We're not worried about it being as elastic as we would a bread. So it's not going to require quite as much time to knead as a bread would. Okay, yeah, this stuff is really close to there. It's a little sticky, so I'm going to cover it a little bit more, work it just a little bit. And it's going to be sticky just because of the kind of dough it is. So you want to work with that to your advantage, or work against that and actually add some extra flour every now and then. This stuff is really, really, really loose. Just feels really soft. Pound it a couple times to get some air into it, help the yeast do its job. Okay, from there, we're going to go back to a bowl. A little oil. Take our dough, ball it up. Put it in like so, get it nice and mixed in, covered with oil. Okay, we're going to do that. We will cover it and then let it sit for roughly about a half hour until it's like double in volume. And then we're going to start breaking it apart to actually make the pretzels. Okay, we have aged a little bit, grown up a little bit. Pop that out. We're not going to punch it down. We don't have to do that with this like we would with a normal bread. And next, I'm going to take this, we're going to weigh it. Almost a pound, or almost 2 pounds. It's a pound and 3/4. We're going to try and cut it into equal pieces, give or take. 7.9. My cuts aren't quite equal. 0.2. So almost there. All right. Now fold these back into a little bit of a ball. here, we're going to cut into thirds again. Trying to get semi-equal pieces. It's like a little too sticky, so cheat a little. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So, alright, this is driving me insane. Make that a little easier on ourselves. Add the flour all over. Now, next one, same thing. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. And then the last one. Okay, now that we've got these weighed out roughly where we want them, we're actually going to form the pretzels. This is, now that we've got them weighed out, but not quite as sticky. You actually want a little bit of stickiness, but not quite too much, because you want to be able to roll them when they get too dry. Okay, as we're finishing up right here, take this last one, form it up like so. It goes on this pan right here, the rest of them. Now these are going to rise for about a half hour, and then we're going to go to the next stage. So that's what we got. Basics of pretzels. Alright, as you can see, we've had some action going on these. They've risen pretty decently. We're going to come over to the stove where we've got hot baking soda water in our pan that we're going to go to. Now you got to be careful because they're going to stick a little bit coming off the pan. Drop it in. You do them one at a time in here so you can watch them. Get each side kind of nice. And the purpose of this hot water is kind of like with bagels. You want them kind of crisp on the outside but chewy on the inside. This baking soda water helps them to achieve that. It'll also keep them nice and soft when they cook. So, that one's done. Not really cooking them in there, you're just kind of sealing the outside. There's one. And then we'll finish this up. Once I've got them all done through here, I'll actually add some salt to them and throw them in the oven. Alright, here we go. Yep, after about 10 minutes, you should have something that looks a lot like this. And we'll leave these on the pan to cool for a minute. After they've cooled, we're going to dip them in a little bit of oil over here and let them cool fully over on the cooling rack.